Ayun, at nagsasalita ko, wala pala akong boses. Minasang konnichiwa. Hello everyone. Naka-mute pala siya. Wala pang babati dyan. You can type in our live chat, Minnasan, ha? Live chat. If you have questions, please. It's below the thumbs down button, but please don't thumbs down. Thumbs up na lang. Palike, Minnasan, ang ating lesson for today. So, here's my Facebook page. Okay, we will have once again a reading portion. Konbanwa. Konbanwa na ba? So, we will have a reading portion later. Please get the copy, just like what we did, when was that? Last week? Okay. So, I have their lessons 21 and 22. That is for reading. So, for those who would like to join the reading, later, we will have it. Lesson 21 and 22. Okay, let's start. First, vocabulary. So, it's 5:30. Exact. At hindi pwede pala. Okay, we will start. At rinig naman, ano? So, first, we have vocabulary. First, kimas. Shatsuo kimas, for example, is shirt. Okay, so that is from above. Okay, so that is kimas. For example, you will put on a shirt, what else? T-shirt, polo shirt. Okay, so that is kimas. Example, shatsuo kimas. So our particle is o. Next, we have hakimas. Okay, hakimas, that is from below. For example, you will be wearing or putting on shoes, trousers, pajama. Pajama yung sa baba na pajama. So we have, for example, socks. So that's part. Hakimas. Kutsu o hakimas. Next, we have kaburimas. Kaburimas, things that you will wear, put on your head. For example, hat, boshi. Boshi o kaburimas. Boshi o kaburimas. Next, eyewear. Okay? For example, glasses, you will put on glasses. So that's kakemas. Kakemas. So, different things, no? Various. Iba-iba talagang. For example, glasses, megane is glasses. Megane o kakemas. Again, megane o kakemas. Next is umaremas. Okay, that's be born. O umaremas. Pinanganak. Okay, in Tagalog. Next, we have, hindi na ba agad? Konti lang, no? We just have few vocabularies today. So we have koto is coat. Koto is coat. Sutsu is suit. Sutsu is suit. we have setang for sweater. Sweater is seta. And then we have, hi konbanwa, boshi, hat or cup. Boshi. And we have megane, glasses, megane. And yoku is often yoku. And we have omedetou gozaimasu is congratulations. So you use this on during birthdays, weddings, New Year's Day, etc. If you want to say congratulations, omedetou gozaimasu. Omedetou is casual. Omedetou or omedetou gozaimasu. Next, this is used, for example, in Taiwan. So we have yachin. Yachin is house rent. Minnasan no yachin wa do desu ka? Ikura desu ka? Hello! Nag-watch muna ako. Thank you so much kay Melody-sang. Very supportive. Salamat po. And we have yachin, house rent. Konbanwa, Eduardo-sang. House rent. And we have let me see. Parang just like us when we are thinking. Let me see. And then we have dining kitchen. Dining kitchen. Kitchen with a dining area. No? Kitchen with a dining area. And we have washitsu. Washitsu is Japanese style room. Okay, washitsu. And we have Japanese style closet, oshire. Oshire. Later, kay Melody-sang, you can join sa reading. So again, Minnasan, no? So I have there my Facebook page. I posted the images. That's 2 posts earlier. So please save the images in there, the files. That's lesson 21 and lesson 22. First and second post. So we will use that right after the grammar. We will open another live stream just like last time. And then we will have, I will be able to see you. We can have, we will have reading. We will read those files. So please be ready and please get the copy na Minnasan. So paunahan na lang yon kung sinong makakapasok na may files. Next is futon. Okay, futon. Japanese style mattress or quilt. Futon. And apato is apartment. Yeah, sure. Apato is apartment. So later, while waiting for me, you can just go to my Facebook page and then check those images already. Please save it. Para we can save time. Kasi what happened last week, almost 30 minutes talaga. Naghahanapan ng files. Okay, grammar. Let's go to our grammar. So in here, we will be studying noun modification by sentence. Okay? Noun modification by sentence. So, here's the rule. Okay? Pagtuloy. If verb, plain form. Okay? We studied the plain form. So, plain form. And then for noun, it will be no. Noun plus no. Later, we will have examples. So, for na adjective, same, na with na. And then e-adjective, same, it's with e. Okay? So, for example, what is this noun modifications? So, for example, letter A. In our example letter A, all of those are verbs. Okay? In different, all are in plain form. Okay? But different because what's the difference in there? We have present and future. And then next one, we have negative. The third one is past, present. Okay, past, present. And then the fourth one is past negative. Okay? This is different conjugations. So all of those are in plain form. So for example, how do we do that? Kyoto, okay, Tokyo. Sorry. That's Kyoto. Kyoto e ikuhito. Okay. So the noun that we modified, noun modification by sentence in there is hito. That kanji is hito, minasang, no? So that's hito, person. So, Kyoto e ikuhito. A person who goes to Kyoto. So, this is a noun modification by sentence. The sentence in there is Kyoto e iku hito. So, in English, a person who goes to Kyoto. How about for negative? Second one, please check. That is ikanai hito. Ikanai hito is a person who does not go to Kyoto. Okay, a person who does not go to Kyoto, ikanai hito. And then we have itahito. Okay, itahito. So, all of those have Kyoto e, no? Kyoto e ikanai hito, Kyoto e itahito. So, itahito for, Kyoto e itahito for a person who went to Kyoto. And then the last one, we have Kyoto e ikanakatahito. A person who did not go to Kyoto. So, our noun in there is the hito, person, modified by the sentence before it. So, this letter A is just verb, okay? Verb with different conjugations. So, we have present, which is iku. Ikanai is negative. A present, positive, no? Positive pala, sorry. Kasi negative. And then, the third one is positive present. And then, the last one is negative past. Let's check for noun. Okay, noun and e-adjective together with na-adjective. So, for noun, just add no. Okay, for example, in here, we have the noun 65. That is Sai. Years old. Okay, so 65 Sai, no? 65. Sai is the reading of the kanji. So that's Rokuju Gosai. Okay. Rokuju Gosai no hito. So add no for noun. So just remember the rules, minasang, and then you can modify already. A person who is 65 years old. Rokuju Gosai no hito. Next, we have na-adjective. Na-adjective. So, we have shinsetsu de kirei na hito. The last one there is the kirei. Kirei is the adjective that we are looking for, which is kirei, and then na. So, it's as is. The na will be still in there. So, we have kirei na hito. So, we just have another in here, another one. Another adjective. So, we have shinsetsu de kirei na hito. A person who is kind and pretty. Okay, shinsetsu de kirei na hito. And then we have the last one, sega takakute. Okay, that is the character kanji for takai, takakute. Sega takakute means tall, sega takai. So we have, that's the third one, minasan, no? We're in the third sentence. Sega takakute, kami ga kuroi hito. So kuroi is e adjective. So as you can see, it's the same. There is still the I in there, the e. Kami ga kuroi. That's the kanji for kuroi, no? Kami ga kuroi hito. So do not remove the e and do not remove the na for adjectives. And then for noun, add no. So in English, that's a person who is tall and has a black hair. Okay? A person who is tall and has black hair. Sega takakute kami ga kuroi hito. So you use this, for example, you will be describing, minasang. You can describe your otosang, okasang, or shiriai. Your acquaintances. So you will say, so how will you describe your dad, your mom? So, for example, お父さんは背が高くて. The third one, 背が高くて. So, he is tall and has 髪が黒い人. So, your dad, so you are describing your dad. Your dad is a person who is tall and has black hair. Okay, so you can use this in different cases. Okay, next. Letter B. So, a while ago we have A. And then B. Noun modification by sentences still. Okay, we're still in there. So, in here, nouns, which are various elements of the sentence, are picked out and can be modified. So, this shows us other things that can be modified, other patterns. Okay, for example, we have here the same. In here, we have, please take a look at the first example. So, our first example, watashi wa senshu eiga o mimashita. Okay, so from the first sentence, we will be changing it into the modification, into the noun modification. Okay, so it will become the next sentence, watashi ga senshu mita eiga. Okay, watashi ga senshu mita eiga. So, if you can see the noun, the underlined word, which is eiga, that is the noun. Okay, that is the noun, the underlined word. We modified it. The sentence before it will become watashi ga senshu mita. Okay, so in English, it will become the movie that I saw last week. Okay, the movie that I saw last week. But the original sentence, okay, is watashi wa senshu eiga o mimashita. It's just like it's already done, right? It's a complete sentence. Watashi wa senshu eiga o mimashita. I saw a movie last week. Okay, but if you will be modifying it, that noun, you will modify the noun for it will become watashi ga senshu mita eiga. It's just like it's not yet done. It's incomplete and you want to say something pa after that sentence, because if you will see, the English translation is the movie that I saw last week. For example, you want to say the movie that I saw last week is interesting, so you can add watashi ga senshu mita eiga wa omoshiroi desu. No? So that is one example on how to use this modification, noun modification by sentence. So in here, I'm showing you example on the difference if you modify it and not yet being modified, the sentence that is not yet being modified. Next example, we have John-san. John-san wa byoin de ang hirap pag lahat kasi nakahiragana. Kaya minsan importante din talagang naka-kanji siya. John-san wa byoin de, that's byoin minasang, no? Yung underlined. I just shortened it into kanji, so that's byoin. Byoin is hospital. Okay, so you will remember as well when you encounter this character. John-san wa byoin de hataraite imasu. Okay, John-san wa byoin de hataraite imasu. So that's the original. We have Mr. John works at the hospital. Mr. John works at the hospital. And then if you want to conjugate it or modify it, the noun byoin, John-san ga hataraite iru byoin. John-san ga hataraite iru byoin. So in English, that's the hospital where Mr. John works. The hospital where Mr. John works. Okay. So that is the modified noun. So you modify the byoin, the hospital. Okay, John-san ga hataraite iru byoin. So if you can see, hataraite imasu in the first sentence, it's in mas form because that's the end, right? But if you conjugate it, it will become the plain form. plain form is the ru. So we have hataraite iru. It's in the gerund ing. Hataraite iru. But plain form. Hataraite imasu will become hataraite iru. So, hataraite iru byoin. Pinagtatrabahuhan niyang ospital. Yun, in Tagalog. Next. Watashi wa ashita tomodachi ni aimasu. I will meet a friend tomorrow. Watashi wa ashita tomodachi ni aimasu. So, if you want to conjugate the tomodachi, it will become watashi ga ashita ao tomodachi. Watashi ga ashita ao tomodachi. So, the aimasu will become again, that's verb, it will become plain form. So, that's ao. Ao because it will be still ashita tomorrow, no? Not yet happening. So, that's ao tomodachi, the friend whom I will meet tomorrow. So, just like already a complete sentence in here. Watashi ga ashita ao tomodachi. The friend whom I will meet tomorrow. So, please take a look at the asterisk below. So, we have when the nouns underlined are modified, the particles o, de, ni attached are unnecessary. Okay? Unnecessary na. Those o, de, ni, diba usually, if you will look at the first sentence before the modified noun, for example, we have first sentence, Minnasan, eiga o mimashita. The o has been omitted. It becomes watashi ga senshu mita eiga. Here, next, byoin de hataraite imasu. So, when you modified it, it becomes John-san wa hataraite iru byoin. Hataraite iru byoin. So, where's the de? So, it's not in there already. So, it's already unnecessary because you modified the noun. So, watashi wa ashita tomodachi ni aimasu. It becomes watashi ga ashita ao tomodachi. So, ni, okay, unnecessary again, it becomes ao tomodachi. Ashita ao tomodachi. So, if you will notice, what is the particle that we used instead? If you once you modified, it becomes ga, right? That's the similarity. Watashi ga senshu mita eiga. John-san ga hataraite iru byoin. Watashi ga ashita ao tomodachi. Okay. So that is in our, not yet, in here. That's in here. Okay. In number 2. Please take a look at number 2. Noun ga. Okay. That is when a sentence modifies a noun, the subject in the sentence is indicated by ga. Okay. That is why it became ga. Ga na siya. No, Minnasan? So, one use of ga is this one. So, when a sentence modifies a noun, okay, the subject, diba? Our subject in there, subject in the sentence is indicated by ga. So, our subjects are, in here, please look, our subject, watashi, John-san, watashi ga, okay. So, it becomes watashi ga, John-san ga, watashi ga. So, please remember this, very important. So, for example, it's in the exam, what particles do you need to use? Okay. Let's go. Letter C. So, lots of examples in here. We have letter C. The noun modified by a sentence can be used in various parts of a sentence. So, this is also a modified noun. Okay, this is also a noun modification by sentence. But in here, okay, it shows different patterns. Okay, we have here des, we have here koto ga arimasu. If you remember, we studied koto ga arimasu, right? We have imasu, and then ski, ga ski. If you remember the ga ski, like, lived, kaimashita. Okay, so first example, minasan, please take a look at number 1. これはジョンさんが住んでいた家です。The underlined sentence in there is the nominalized. Okay, that is the noun that was modified already. Noun modification by sentence. The underlined sentences, okay? Underlined sentences, those are the modified nouns. So, for example, we have これはジョンさんが住んでいた家です。ジョンさんが住んでいた家、okay? ジョンさんが住んでいた家. So, you can use it just like this. これはジョンさんが住んでいた家です。This is the house where Mr. John lived. Just like what I said a while ago, that it's not yet finished. It's like incomplete sentence when you modified it already. So these are the examples on how to complete it, on where to use it, or how to use it. So we have これはジョンさんが住んでいた家. This is the house where Mr. John lived. Okay, 住んでいた. Okay, lived. Tumira. So, number 2, ジョンさんが, so it's the same, no? It's the same but different uses. ジョンさんが住んでいた家は古いです. So you want to say that the house where Mr. John lived is old. You say it like this. ジョンさんが住んでいた家は古いです. Number 3, ジョンさんが, so again, you are seeing the particle ga in there, right? So it's ga after the subject. ジョンさんが住んでいた家を買いました. So you want to say, I bought the house where Mr. John lived. So it's how you will say it, just like this. ジョンさんが住んでいた家を買いました. 買う is buy. What else? Number 4. Number 4. 私はジョンさんが住んでいた家が好きです. So in here, you want to say, I like the house where Mr. John lived. I like the house where Mr. John lived. 私はジョンさんが住んでいた家が好きです. So it doesn't matter if we have two ga in there. If you will notice, 私はジョンさんが住んでいた家が好きです. Because that's the pattern. Diba? If you will be saying ga, ski des. It's ga. And then, nominalized, after the subject, it's ga. ジョンさんが住んでいた家が好きです. If you remember the ski, for example, ジュースが好きです. 服、赤い服が好きです. Yeah? The particle in there is ga, right? And then in here, double ga because the nominalized noun modification by sentence is in ga as well. 私はジョンさんが住んでいた家が好きです. I like the house where Mr. John lived. Mabilis ba, minasan? Minasan, 大丈夫ですか? まだ大丈夫ですか? わかりましたか? Okay. Number 5. Okay. Number 5. ジョンさんが、大丈夫ですね。ジョンさんが住んでいた家に猫がいました. So you want to say that the house where Mr. John lived, there was a cat in there. So, ジョンさんが住んでいた家に猫がいました. Okay. 猫がいました. So, there was a cat in the house where Mr. John lived. So, these are different types, different kinds on how to use this noun modification by sentence. And last one, ジョンさんが住んでいた家へ行ったことがあります. So, we studied 行ったことがあります, right? In our previous lesson. So, in here in English, I have been to the house where Mr. John lived. So, you can use it just like this as well. So, たことがあります. So, ジョンさんが住んでいた家へ itta koto ga arimasu. Okay. So, this will be helpful because 6 different patterns. And aside from this, you can also use in different kinds of sentences, paminasan. Nominalized. Okay? If you have questions, just type it in our live chat. Okay, and then we're done with this number 2, right? Just what I explained a while ago, the ga. So when a sentence modifies a noun, the subject in the sentence is indicated by ga. That is why it's ga. Next, we have V is for number 3 na tayo, minasang. We're in number 3. V is verb, dictionary form. And then, jikan is time. Yaksoku is meeting or yaksoku, promise, no? Another term. Yoji, errand. So, in here, we use the dictionary form. Again, what's dictionary form? Yung root word. For example, ikimasu is iku. Nomimasu, nomu. Okay? That is the dictionary form. So, you use this. So, when expressing the time for doing some activity, so, dictionary form of the action before jikan. For example, watashi wa asa gohan o taberu jikan ga arimasen. Okay? Jikan. In here, we have jikan, time. So, I have no time to eat breakfast. So, if you want to say, I have no time, so it's just like nominalized again, no? Modification again. And then, you want to iterate the time. Okay? Jikan ga arimasen. What is that you don't have a time? That is to eat breakfast. Gohan o taberu. Gohan o taberu. Jikan ga arimasen. Okay? In Tagalog, wala kang time para kumain. And then, you can also say the content of the arrangement. For example, for appointment. That is for yaksoku. Let's go to the next. Yan, we have yaksoku. You have your meeting or appointment. So, for example, watashi wa tomodachi to eiga o miru yaksoku ga arimasu. No? So, that is the content of the yaksoku, of your arrangement. What is the content? That is eiga o miru yaksoku. Or tomodachi to eiga o miru yaksoku. That is the content. So, you just don't want to say that you have a yaksoku. You have an appointment. You want to say the complete content of that meeting. That is to see a movie with a friend. Okay, to see a movie with a friend. That is the watashi wa tomodachi to eiga o miru yaksoku ga arimasu. And then the third is yoji. Okay, yoji is errand. Or you have to do something. So we have kyo wa shiyakusho. Shiyakusho is city hall. Shiyakusho. Kyo wa shiyakusho e iku yoji ga arimasu. Okay? Yoji. And then the verb before that is in dictionary form. So, this kanji is iku. Okay, iku. Go. So, 今日は市役所へ行く用事があります. Okay, so that is for errand. So, the verb is in dictionary form. 行く用事. So, where will you go? In 市役所, in city hall. 市役所へ行く用事. So, you can use this as well, minasang. Much better siguro if you will have if we still have time, the lessons, okay, that we studied in our meetup, just meetup, no? In our reading, okay, so I will be asking you to give one example. For example, if you understood the lesson, So you can give example of this, of your noun modification. Minnasan, any example? For example, noun that you want to modify. Modification by sentence. It should be a sentence. For example, you went to a certain hotel. Okay. And then you want to say that that hotel is clean. So, 私は行ったホテル。私は行ったホテルが綺麗です。はい、こんばんは、Edmarさん。Or another example, 私は私はano ba? Minnasan, you can type your sample sentence in there as well. Modification, noun modification by sentence. So, what do you think you want to modify? For example, yun ulit. For example, restaurant. 私は行ったレストラン。私が行ったレストランはいろいろな食べ物があります。がありました。or 私が登った山が高いです。Okay? Okay, for Jimong-san, that's good. Sensei ga katta kaban ga kirei desu. いいですね。じゃあ皆さんはSo that's the end of our sentence patterns. Noun modification. No? So again, this is my Facebook page, Minnasan. My first and second post in there. Please get the files, lesson 21 and 22 for our reading class next to this. Okay? Lesson 21, lesson 22. So, it's 2 posts in my Facebook page. So, for those who will be joining me, please make sure that you have that. Don't worry, as long as you can read the hiragana katakana, I will guide you in our reading class. And then, if you can make examples as well, Minnasan. Any more examples? How about the others? What else? Ito. Watashi ga sentaku shita shatsu ga yogoremashita. The shirt that I washed got dirty. No one, no. Wala na magbigay ng example so that I can check, Minnasan. No more examples. How about the others? And please don't forget to like our class for today, Minnasan. And then if you want to have a badge as well, and then have the perks, okay, just such as files, free files, for Melody Sang, no, I can send you these copies pala, since this is PDF in your email. Yung mga, yung may PDF na lesson, because usually I do it in whiteboard, so those don't have. So for those, I don't have a copy of PDF for those. Pero yung mga nagawa ko dito. So I will send you. Maybe tomorrow. So who else? Watashi wa onna ga Sega de chikai hito ga. So for hikute, hikukute, so because hikui, the e will become hikui, hikukute, no? Hikukute, kami ga mijikai hito ga suki desu. Watashi wa kuroi no inu ga arimasu. Kuroi inu. So, for Melody Sang, no, wala na yung no. Okay, kuroi inu. Inu ga. And I think for pets, it's living things. Living. So, imas for inu. Watashi wa kuroi inu ga imasu. No, for pets, that's imasu. And then for Eduardo-san, hikukute, no? Hikukute. Seiga hikukute, kami ga mijika hito ga suki desu. Ii desu ne. Who else? Try. No one. Oh, okay, if no one, we will proceed with reading. Okay, just wait for 2 minutes. And while waiting, Minnasan, please go to my Facebook page to get the files. If you'd like to join. Jimong Sang, Melody Sang, Eduardo Sang, you can join. Eduardo Sang. Who else? Eloida Sang, Edmar Sang, no? So again, in my Facebook page, okay, please get. Ay, sige ma'am, please. Hello, isashibari desu ne. Watashi ga見た感じ. Andiyan ka pala. Watashi ga 見た感じ. 読み物が難しかったです。久しぶり。Sure, okay. So, ayan na po minasang ha. Pakikuha na in our Facebook page the copies. 2 posts, that's 2 posts. Lesson 22, lesson 21 and 22 for reading. Yeah. It is, daijoubu desu yo for Edmar-san. I will help you as long as you can read the hiragana katakana. Much better you try reading it for you to be, for you to practice minasang reading. Okay? And if you will always encounter those kanji, you will get used to it. And then you will know na, this is the kanji for iku. This is the kanji for yaksoku, yoji. No? So try. Much better to try. Even if you don't know the whole thing. So, that's fine. Okay, minasang. So, mag-open ako. I will open a new live stream for that. Okay. So, see you later. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. Tsukarasama deshita. So, please get the copy na minasan ha para, save tayo ng time.